Ma and Darylyn are staring first at Dad, then at me. Even Becky stopped her squalling and is standing outside the door, nose pressed flat against the screen, afraid she'll miss something. Marty, let's you and me go outside and have a talk, Dad says. Boy, I want to have this talk as much as I want poison ivy on the roof of my mouth. But Ma brings Becky in. We go out and we sit on the porch swing on this cool November night. One square of yellow from the window shining on the floorboards. Is that true, what Judd says? You and David were over there on his property spying on him? We were just playing, I say. Even my voice sounds guilty. What did you do? We were crawling along in the grass, making like spies. David wanted to see what Judd does at night. What does he think he does at night? I'm looking down at my hands, rubbing my two thumbnails together. It's so silly, it's embarrassing. I shrug. He wanted to see if he turns into a werewolf or something. The swing jiggles slightly as Dad half turns and stares at me. Judd was sitting on his steps with a shotgun, and we saw him shoot a squirrel, I go on. When he started to shoot another one, I yelled, "No, don't!" I couldn't help myself, but David pushed my head down, and we stayed hid that way. Judd tried to find us there in the weeds, but he was too drunk. This long, long sigh comes out of my dad, almost like it's got no end to it. He sounds plain tired, worn down. If you tried, you couldn't have picked a worse time to do something like this, he says. And then, Marty, did you have anything to do with Judd's mailbox or scratching up his truck? No, I already told you. How do I know you're telling the truth? Because you say so? He's looking at me there in the dim light, and I'm remembering how I kept Shiloh's secret from him when the dog first come to me. Thinking how I'd told Dad I hadn't seen Judd's dog in our yard when he asked, not mentioning I'd seen it up in our woods. Not for one moment letting on that I had him up there. You lied once, you know. I know, I lied then, but I'm not lying now. So I've got to decide whether what you're saying now is the truth, says Dad. Neither of us is pushing the swing. I can see Darylyn's shadow just inside the door, standing close as she can get to hear what we're saying. What we got here, Dad goes on, is a man who's drinking heavy, doing things when he's drunk he don't even remember, and getting ready for hunting season if he hasn't started shooting already. Until I give the word, I don't want you so much as crossing that bridge. I want you as far away from Judd Travers as you can get. I got enough problems on my hands without you making more. Do you got that? You got that understood? Yes, I tell him. Dad gets up from the swing and starts inside. Dad, I say. He stops. I didn't mess around with his truck or mailbox. If there's some way to make you believe me that, just tell me. You just keep out of trouble, Dad says. That's all I ask. Okay, friends.